Hey guys, what's up? Fur Daddy here. Today I'm coming at you with a quick video. Today I just want to go over basically how you can get all of the new Garo gear and the Garo mounts as quickly as possible. There's definitely an efficient way to do this, and I've been playing a lot of the PvP, and it's shocking how many people are not even working towards this. So I thought I would go over exactly how to get it, some pitfalls that you can avoid to prevent you from progressing in the sort of like quest line, pseudo quest line you need to do for it. And then finally, I'll go over some ways that you can expedite the process to actually get this mount and this gear in case you're not too interested in PvP, or if you are interested in PvP and you just can't get any wins for the gear. Okay, so let's get into the video. Okay, so first things first, the requirement that you need to actually get the mounts is to win a series of PvP matches, whether it's Crystalline Conflict or the Frontlines, and the way with a specific title on. So you need the title for getting a full set of gear, and I'll show you how to get that. So the first thing you want to do is head over here. This is the disreputable priest in the wolves den. If you don't have the wolves den unlocked, you just need to complete the quest, a pup no longer, from your grand company. So whatever your grand company is, if you have a blue quest there called a pup no longer, you just got to pick up that quest and then head to here. And then you'll also need to pick up the quest from the Crystalline Conflict Attendant Gungi Zalungi to actually unlock the Crystalline Conflict. But yeah, once you have those unlocked, you just go to the disreputable priest over here, and you're able to trade in your wolf marks for gear. So a few tips with this. One, the gear that you get from the gold saucer does not work. Two, you need to buy a full set of gear. You don't need the accessories, but you do need your weapon, unless if you're on Sage and Reaper, in which case you don't need the weapon. So if you don't care about any of this gear and you just want the title to start getting the mounts, you can go to Sage or Reaper, which both start at level 70 and can wear the gear right away. And you can just get that set of gear, and then if you click receive a new title, they will give you the title that you'll have to wear. Another tip, if you don't want to like go into a bunch of PvP matches to get the wolves marks, because it'll like, you know, it'll waste the matches that you're going to go in with the title, you can instead just go into a couple to get the new currency, the trophy crystals, and then you can go to the trophy crystal exchange, the crystal quartermaster, and get wolf collars, and then go to the wolf collar exchange right beside them and exchange them for wolf marks. That's also available for you if you want to get like the mount or any other wolf mark items, so that's really helpful for that as well, and that can get you the gear pretty much right away. Once you have the full set of gear, you don't actually need to wear the gear or be on that job. You just need to wear the title and go in and queue up for the matches. So if we take a look at the achievements here, you can see there's 3 achievements, each of which give you a mount. The first one is to emerge victorious in 30 Crystalline Conflict matches while using the title. That one's pretty easy to get. There's the 60 Frontline, Rival Wings, or Crystalline Conflict one, which you will also get pretty easily. And then you have the Frontline Fury, and that one you actually have to go do Frontlines for. That's a little tricky right now because a lot of people are doing Crystalline Conflict, but so long as you do your daily Frontlines at least, and you don't mind queuing up for a little bit, that'll be really easy to get as well. And that will also count for your 60 Frontline and Rival Wings achievement. So I think it's worth doing that before you do too many Crystalline Conflict matches, so just like get it out of the way. That way you don't have to do any more than you need to in case you're not interested in doing PvP. So those are how you get all the achievements and all the mounts. Next, I just want to go over some tips you can do to expedite this process. So these are just going to be general tips basically for PvP so you can win more matches. I'm taking these from the Revival PvP Twitter account. They're great and you can check them out. So the first one is going to be a way to deal with some of the frustrating problems with targeting. So I suggest, first of all, moving your HUD in Crystalline Conflict over down by your characters so you can click people easier. But also, you can actually set a keybind to target the nearest enemy, and you'll be able to just press the keybind and target the nearest enemy, which is really, really easy for getting somebody that's close to you. The next one is going to just be quick tips about the environmental damage that can happen from some of the maps. So on the Cloud 9 effect, the turbulence that happens there, the big tornadoes, you can actually guard to avoid the knockup from the tornadoes, or if you don't want to waste your guard or it's on cooldown, you can stand on the chocobo markers that appear to safely land. So also, moving on to the Volcanic Heart map, you can use the walls there to avoid the bomb explosions, and those little orbs that pop up on the ground are actually a DPS buff, so you should pick that up. The next one is just a quick overview of the abilities that every single class has, the 5 core skills. I'm not going to go into each individual class, although if you guys are interested in that, I will do a class ability breakdown video. So you have 5 skills. You have Recuperate, Standard Issue Elixir, Guard, Purify, and Sprint. So Recuperate is a huge potency heal, and it costs 2500 MP. You can spam it to get your health back in clutch situations, and that's really important to use. The second one is Guard. Guard makes you immune to a lot of CC as well as damage. It's a channeling ability, so you can't cast anything else, but it's really useful if you want to like stall the crystal, or if you are going to get hit with a really bad limit break. But just keep in mind that there are things like Zanta Sukin, the samurai ability, that helps you ignore that actually ignores the guard damage. So keep that in mind. The Elixir is a channeling heal. It's really only good if you want to top up outside of combat. It's more niche, but if you do have that situation, it is good to use. Purify cleanses debuffs, which is really, really useful. And it also makes you immune to further crowd control for 5 seconds. And Sprint is just sprint, you know, get back into the fight when you respawn. So now some more general tips, rapid fire mode. I'm just going to go over these again. These are from the Revival Twitter account. These guys are PvP pros. I'm still learning, but these are really helpful for me. So the first one is, if you play a ranged class, I know you want to be like far away from the crystal, be safe, but it's important to stand on the crystal. If your tank or the melee dies, the enemy team will immediately be in control of the circle. You have your movement abilities as a ranged DPS if you get overwhelmed, but you should trust in your tanks and the melee to keep you alive. You should use the maps to your advantage. Line of sight and map effects. If you can stun somebody on one of the bomb AoEs, that's 30k damage, which you can follow up on. Same goes for, you know, if you see the enemies get knocked up with a tornado, you can clue up an Afflatus Rapture to be able to, or Afflatus Misery, as a white mage, for example, to be able to deal massive damage when they land. Guard blocks all the map effects. It blocks the bombs, a huge amount of that damage, and it also blocks the tornadoes, like I said earlier. You should also use the in-game macros to tell your opponents who you're attacking and stuff like that. That's really important, and focusing those people down is also really important. That being said, if they say to attack somebody and you see everybody go in on them and they immediately use guard, do not waste all your abilities on that person. Move on until their guard is off. The other thing is obvious, to read your abilities, okay? Every PvP ability works differently. If I had $1 for every time there was an ultimate legend who just got clapped because they obviously didn't read their tooltips, yeah. So those are some general tips. I know it doesn't like speed it up, but if you get more wins, it does speed it up. So yeah, I've provided a link to the Revival Twitter account in the description, and there's tons of good tips on there. If you guys are interested in some actual advice per class, let me know. But I thought I would go over this because I know some of the ways to get the mounts is pretty confusing. Yeah, so that's all for this video. I just wanted to put something out quickly because I didn't see anything about it on YouTube. Yeah, so hopefully this is helpful for you guys if you're looking to get the new mount, if you want it to be fast, and I will see you guys soon. I need to take a break from PvP is honestly the reason why I made this video, because I'm malding. Wish me luck out on the battlefield, and good luck for you guys as well.